Radi, radi. Okay, so once again, I'm greeting you from the agency Daluma. So, my name is, and I'm going to be your guide for today. So later on, I will go through the bus and charge the tickets for the park and the tickets for the trip, depending on how what type of the reservation you have made. Also, the trip to Krka, so to come to the National Park Krka, it takes around 1 hour and 15 minutes. So 1 hour and 15 minutes, not 50. I was speaking with the lady a few minutes ago, and the weather is really nice. So in this time of the year, usually the weather is quite nice. In my personal opinion, it is the best time to visit the town, to visit Croatia and this region, Dalmatia. So Split is the capital town of Dalmatia, of the region called Dalmatia. And together with Dubrovnik, we can say it is the most important one touristically for our country. It has around 300,000 people, and together with the surroundings, and the capital town called Zagreb, 4-hour drive north, has around 1 million people. So Croatia altogether counts around 4 million people. A lot of people a lot of young people went working outside in the European countries, such as Ireland, Germany, or Scandinavian countries. So we are facing a little bit depopulation. We don't see it here in Dalmatia, but in the region called Slavonia, which is on the east of the country, a lot of people are going outside for work, for better payments, better paychecks, and so on. So, if you are wondering, I asked the driver about the seats. He told me that there is no way of fixing. It's like a standard seat, so I asked him 2 times. It's not the trip is not going to last too long, so I hope it's going to be okay. So we are leaving the town. We can say that the town of Split developed around the Diocletian Palace. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Okay, I'm just checking. So we can say that the town of Split developed around the Diocletian Palace. You probably saw the Diocletian Palace. If you haven't seen the Diocletian Palace, I suggest you to go to take some guided tour or whatever you want. It's really interesting. So the story starts at the in the third century, when the Diocletian, so the little guy who was born in Salona. Salona was the ancient town, and it's 10 minutes away from the town of Split. So only maybe 10 kilometers from here. He was born over there. He became the Roman emperor, and together with his wife Prisca, he decided to build like a summer house in the town of Split, and the palace was done in 305. And he decided that the part of the palace looking on the sea will be the residential part, and the part looking on the mountains. You can see the mountains here on our left side is a mountain called Kozjak. So in Croatian, koza means goat. So there were a lot of goats in Kozjak, that's why he got the name. And the one on the right is called Mosor. So the part looking on the mountains was for the army. We can say that the town little by little developed around the palace. There were 20 years ago people still living in the palace, but now they decided to rent it for, so it's usually for tourism. You will see like a little restaurants inside, bars, little shops, coffee shops. So it's basically everything in palace is for tourism. So if you are interested in that part of the history, I usually recommend people to visit the ancient Salona. If you don't want to book a tour, there is bus number 1, so city bus number 1, that goes every half an hour to Salona. They have licensed guides, so you can come there and hear something interesting about the history. So the town itself, the town of Salona, at that time, in 3rd century, had around 60,000 people. So you can imagine, 60,000 people at that time. They had everything. It was a town with amphitheater, with thermes, with basilica, with the church, with everything. So it's interesting. The remains are not quite, how to say it, they didn't keep it as it was in the past, but you can see a lot of things, especially the amphitheater that could accept around 20,000 people. So that's something I usually recommend. Later on, when we come to Krka, I will speak a little bit more about Krka. Now I will go through the bus and charge the tickets. So please, if you can